Howdy, fellows and fellows. Welcome back to the channel. So, let's see here. Let's get this up on my TV so I can see the chat. So what we're going to do is we're going to prove Rich220 to be a fucking liar. I'm getting ready to prove how much of a stupid imbecile he is. Once and for all, Richie Rich. Oh, and this ain't the fucking first roast you're going to get. Tomorrow you're going to get even bigger roast, or to later tonight probably. You won't see it till tomorrow. You're going to get an even bigger roast, buddy. So, I took 5 minutes out of my day. Watching Mako, doing some working. My dad's actually still out there working, but I wanted to come in here and I wanted to show Rich to be an idiot. Let's see here. That one. Subscription. There we go. Now I can see the chat. So, Rich wanted to say that putting oil in a 4-stroke, not a 2-stroke, is the same as, or 2-stroke is the same as a 4-stroke, basically. He thinks he don't understand lubrication. Putting oil in a 4-stroke, not a 2-stroke, is the same as. Sorry, guys. Turn down my surround. Using the TV muted, it still picks it up. So, he thinks that he can't wrap his head around the fact that lubrication, which any engine needs, the only purpose of oil in an engine, a 4-stroke, not a 2-stroke, 2-stroke, totally separate ballgame. A 4-stroke, your common car engine. The only point of oil is to lubricate and cool parts. No 4-stroke engine, good engine, runs with oil in the combustion chamber. That's how you get fouled plugs and other things that you don't want. So, let's fucking. You guys ready for this? So, his first argument was that water in his oil helped his compression. Boom. Nail in that coffin. Bang. It's done. No. Which anybody with a fucking brain and an IQ above 5 would understand these things. Anybody that says they're mechanically inclined would know oil and how compression works and that type of thing. Hey Frank, how's it going, brother? So, no, oil does not help compression. Do we need to? It is detrimental to the health, to engine health, and will lead to loss of compression, not significant gains in compression. John Wilburn said it best in Mako's Live. And I have screenshots because I wanted to remember what he said because it's perfect. It's flawless. And I couldn't word it better myself. He's talking about dumping oil down the cylinder to raise the compression test, but doesn't realize that a running engine does not do that at all. And there's one where John literally says, if I dump engine oil in the cylinder, I can make the compression gauge think it's a diesel. And that's true. Because think of a cylinder, your piston runs in a cylinder, only has so much volume. The more volume you take away, the higher your compression is going to be. Hence why when you take a flat top piston and you put a dome piston in, it raises your compression. You're taking away volume. I's not a smart man, but I's understand these things here. Okay. Rich's other argument was the water and the antifreeze made the oil thicker. Again, you should look this up. Basic mechanics would tell you that no, oil and water makes it thinner. That's why it's a bad thing. Water makes oil thinner, loses viscosity, lowers viscosity, lowers. Rich, I'm gonna say it 3 times. So I want you to say lowers viscosity, lowers it, doesn't raise it. It lowers it, like thin, like there it is, like thinning oil. Thinning oil. Yeah, yeah, right there. I'm not even about reading the rest of that. That's common fucking sense. He's supposed to be a chef, but he don't know what happens when you put water on oil. Here's the other one. I'll just put this one here because I want to push this even further and make him feel like what he is, a fucking idiot. No, a properly functioning four-stroke engine, which is what you only know of any car that has a two-stroke engine, but all your cars are going to be four-stroke. They're not going to be two-stroke. And I can talk about two-stroke here in a minute, but four-stroke, that's what we're talking about. A four-stroke engine. No matter if it's a fucking LS or a 2JZ, all four strokes are, you have the same things. They all have pistons, they all have rings, they all do not have oil that goes into the combustion chamber on top of the fucking piston. Man's a fucking idiot. So, no, a properly functioning four-stroke engine should not have oil in the combustion chamber, as the oil is kept separate in the crankcase and circulates to lube parts before running. However, a small amount of oil can burn off as normal part. Again, Rich, where does it say you should dump you have a mountain of fucking oil taking up volume in a cylinder? Let's try to. Okay, Rich, this is your cylinder. This is. We'll picture this as oil in the cylinder, right? What happens if I took a piston, put it here, and tried to push this water? You do understand, like, shit like this that gets in a cylinder and doesn't get burned off, it hydrolocks the engine? Do you know what that word means? Everyone get off on the side tangent. Nothing in your cylinder, no solid liquid that doesn't get burned off is good for your engine. Inside your combustion chamber. Jesus, can't believe I have to say this shit. It's common sense. Okay. This is I did this one because John pointed that he said this and I could have said it better myself. I read that comment a minute ago. Oil in your combustion chamber. No, oil in your combustion chamber is not the same as oil lubricating the engine. Rich, boom. Your argument that you spent an hour talking about, boom, gone. I just stepped on it and cracked it and crumbled it. It's right there in black and blue. You want? I mean, you can read this yourself. I'm sure. I mean, do got an IQ to read. I'm sure. It is a sign of engine problems. You stupid fucker. That's why you hear the term you don't want your engine burning oil because oil is not supposed to be in a combustion chamber. That's the point of your valve seals is to seal off oil from coming down the valve into the cylinder. And what makes this so bad is you literally think you're so fucking right, and a quick Google search will prove you how wrong you are. And I have reached out to Rob's Rods just so we can be clear on that, Rich. I will know if he's told you this, buddy. So you better get the text of telling him yeah or not responding back to me because here's your little proof, you butt plug. Gotta hang on, you guys. He replied back to me. Hey, Rich, do you remember this, buddy? Rob proved my fucking point, Rich. So Rob told you this, right, Rich? That's what you're saying. Rob told you this. Right there's my comment. Right here's what he replied with. LOL, if I said that, I would not be a mechanic. The mechanic I am. Boom! You're a fucking liar. It's right there. Well, I gotta reply back to him. Why are you gonna lie, Rich? Remember? You can go ask Rods. Well, guess what I just did? And guess what he just said? Because oil has no place in your combustion chamber, the area on top of the piston where spark hits. No place. Zero. Zero place. Hence why you have an oil ring. Oil ring that keeps oil. Guess what the purpose of that ring is? You probably don't understand by the name oil ring. The purpose of that ring is to keep oil from bypassing that ring and getting up on top of the piston in the combustion chamber. Lubrication is totally different than what you're saying. Your argument, and even your own mods, like, let's see here, because I screen recorded a bunch of them. Even Knucklehead said engine oil just lubricates everything, so the engine does not eat itself. One of your mods. That's another one. Oh, we got one more, Rich, from another one of your followers. It engine oil's job, besides providing I can't pronounce that big word, wedge, keeping parts from touching. So I'm assuming he means the lubricant cylinders. It keeps that. Nowhere did anybody, Rich, any of your fucking mods, or even Rob Rods, say that you were right. That even Rob said he never told you that, buddy. Why are you going to lie? I have respect. As a matter of fact, I have respect for this person. We are going to subscribe to their channel. They deserve it. I'm going to go subscribe on my other channels because it's my gaming channel. But anyways, where were we? We're at this, right? Our next one is oil in your combustion chamber bad? Yes, oil in the combustion chamber is bad because it can lead to engine damage. While a small amount are normal for lubrication, normal for lubrication. You're thinking about taking a fucking thing like this and dumping it in your fucking cylinder and then doing a compression test. Well, no shit, it's gonna read 100. You took up volume in the cylinder. And here, Rich, just so we can put that to bed once and for all is here you go. Rich. Final nail in the coffin. You should perform a dry compression test, which means you don't take this and sauce up the cylinder like you're fucking saucing up the hot dog you're about to eat. You do it dry. That's the only way to get a proper compression test. Not to mention, you said that when you put oil in a cylinder, it has 90 psi. That is even low for a small block Chevy. My four-wheeler has more than that. Sell the car, Rich. Get out and learn each other. You don't know what you're talking about. You are not part of this car culture. You're not part of the car community. You're not a mechanic. You're not even Shade Tree mechanic. You know nothing about this. You saw people like Vice Grip and people like other people like that big off here, and you thought, I'll buy a car, I'll put out some shitty YouTube videos, and I'll get famous. That's all this was a cash grab for you. This wasn't so you could make memories. Doing it for the right fucking reasons. This was like trying to make a cash grab. Sell the car. But if you think for one fucking second you're gonna get anywhere near 6 grand out, you are fucking high as a kite. Another thing, buddy, those Corvette rallies, I have a set of them. They weren't just put on Corvettes, especially 14s, which is what you have. Unless you bought new ones, Rich. Because I have a video where you said they were 14s. Two of them are 14s and two of them. Not to mention, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to put 14s on the front and 15s on the rear of a car. You're not supposed to do that. But I digress. They're still not $1,500 rims, buddy. Buddy. First of all, you paint them shitty blue. It's not the Argent silver that they're supposed to be. So somebody's gonna give you that and not, hey R&D, how's it going? Finally put nail in the coffin on this whole rich bullshit over compression and all this fucking viscosity and how he's gonna bake me a cake and all this stupid shit he said. And now we're gonna talk about the rim situation that you said your Corvette rallies are worth $1,500. They're not. Marketplace them. I mean, because if there were 15s came on Corvettes. No Corvette ever came with 14-inch wheels, buddy. 15s are Corvette. Usually 14s are like Nova, Chevelle, Camaro. Exactly. Exactly. You see, even Frank knows. That style of wheel was made for any Chevy fucking car. And then you make this fucking statement here, you illiterate, stupid bastard. You make this statement of, or I'll just keep them because I can put them on any Chevy. No, you can't. Chevy, like most vehicles, most vehicle companies, especially that era, had different wheel bolt patterns. You had 5 on 5, and I can't remember if that's a big or small. Or yeah, you had 5 on 5. You had 5 on 4. I'm sure. Come on, correct me if I'm wrong. But anyways, you have a big bolt pattern, which is your GM trucks. You have a small bolt pattern, which is your like S10s, your Camaros, your Novas, your Skylarks, your cars. So you can only put them those on cars, or maybe an S10, because S10s show the same exact bolt pattern as Chevelles, and the car bolt pattern. Like, just so we're clear, I know you can't comprehend how a fucking basic engine works. Now, let's talk about two-stroke. It's two-stroke, which is what you try to make your 283 be, and I don't know why, but 283 is four-stroke. Two-stroke now would be like your lawnmowers, anything that requires four-wheelers, some weed eaters, things like that. Which means you mix usually 50-50 gas and oil, and it runs off of that. That is too, because it doesn't pump oil around. So what that does is it cools the cylinder and helps lubricate the piston. Your engine is not a two-stroke. Your engine is a four-stroke, which does not want oil in the combustion chamber. It is detriment to that engine's survival to not have oil in the combustion chamber. Do you understand? If I were you, I would go delete that live, but I still have that live because Jeff still got it. I'm still going to review it. Me and Dad were chuckling watching it, listening to it. I would go delete that live because you look like a fucking retard. You look like a true Rich, I will pay for your IQ test. If I can video you doing it, I will pay for your IQ test. You have to be the dumbest motherfucker. Anytime I think Barry Ryan's slow, you come on here and you just blow me out of the water with that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. See, I knew it was 514. I couldn't remember the last part. But yeah, 514 and 515. 515 is your like trucks. Your like OBS regular trucks. Anything 5 lug. Any 4x4 is gonna be 6 lugs, sometimes 8 lugs, sometimes fucking whatever. Oh yeah, I would pay for it. I will pay him to go take an IQ test. Just so I will even pay him and pay for the test just so we can get the results. Because I'm telling you, he has to be fucking slow. Like, and Rich, you bitched about your health limit. How your body's swollen. You dumb bastard. Whose fault is it your health decline? It's not your body's fault. Who controls what goes in their body? You control what you put in your body. It's not your body's fault that you eat shit that causes heart disease, and you're not even willing to try to change that so you can live longer. See, I've been walking every day trying to lose weight, trying to get to where I need to be because I want to live. And even I'm down 3 pops a day, Rich. Ooh, I'm drinking water. Nobody DRC said to cut out the bread and start drinking water. That's what I'm doing. See, I listen to people. I don't know everything, but I don't act like I know everything. And if I don't know, there's fucking Google. It ain't 1989 where you go to a fucking library and read it shit. Just type it into your fucking laptop or your fucking smartphone or whatever you got. Oh, I know you guys were in there fucking tearing him. And he's so stupid. He don't even understand that the people are coming are fucking trolling it. Like, Rich, just because they don't call you a fucking idiot when they're still pointing out that you're stupid, they're trolling you. I'm gonna work my way that way. I want to get down to about 250, 200, 250 is my acceptable weight range from like my height and stuff. I want to get down to 250. Once I get 250, I want to go start bulking up. I want to get, right? And then Rich, I've talked to Tim and Twisted today. I feel sorry for them. You preach loyalty. You preach undevoted fucking loyalty. You preach blind fucking loyalty. Like they're your wife or something. But then you block Twisted because he didn't live up to your expectations of loyalty, even though he went to bat for you multiple fucking times. You block him and you blame it on fucking Tim. Both them people went to bat for you. We're fucking swinging. We're blocking all your trolls to make you like we're on your side. Wanted to see you succeed. And you block them because you're a petty bitch, and then you blame Tim, who out of everybody was your undying fucking support. Like, boom. Anytime somebody blocked you, he was on that shit. Didn't matter. He had your back. And then you try to blame him, try to throw him underneath the bus. Just like you did for R&D and fucking his niece. When Tim never blocked R&D. Tim wouldn't lie about it. He literally said he blocked Livy. He literally he owns that shit. He's owned everybody he's ever blocked. To you and in your chat and shit like that. When he says I didn't block this person, I believe it. So therefore, you are throwing him you are lying, first of all, and then calling him a liar. For what? You have no mods now. Nobody fucking gives a fuck about you anymore. Like, and Rich, unless you get some of them back, this is just gonna get worse. Take my fucking word for it, dude. You saw it was when you didn't have any mod in there, and then Knucklehead came in, and then people saw the ranks and they stopped. It's not gonna get better. Like, it's just Rich. Shut your channel down. Your channel's nothing. No, once you sell the car, nobody's gonna watch you anymore. You mark my word on that, Rich. People only want you now to hear about the car and hear about the updates. You see the chat as well as I do. You're gonna have one person watching you when you make your shitty hamburgers that crunch when you bite into them. Your fucking lasagna that I would really dog food than to eat. Yeah, I would really eat dog food than you're cooking. Nobody bites into a hamburger. And I watched Paul from fucking Paul and Megan cook food. I watched that man cook, and I would eat his slop before I would eat yours. No, no. And then let's see here. What else? Oh, you were like, I'm a parts guy. Sell on eBay. Sell on Facebook. You literally, fucking literally go, oh, I'll put lots of money on that in parts. No, you won't. First of all, The parts on it, there's only a few parts that are worth anything. Four-door doors that you passed are worth nothing. Maybe $20 at your local scrapyard. You have more galvanized fucking popper bits and galvanized metal than you do anything else around that car. A frame, your frame, if it shares the same as a two-door, is worth probably $1,000. Cast iron transmission, it's worth whatever junkyard will get for you. So is the engine. Headlight bezels, maybe 50, $100 a piece. The grill, if it's not all fucked up and fucked up, it's worth about $100. Trim on the side, maybe worth 50, $100. Gauge cluster, if it works, is $250 probably. The radiator, whatever junkyard gets you. Nobody's gonna want your headliners that you redone or your door panels that you redone. Nobody's gonna want that shit unless you give it away for like $10. The windshield? Well, first of all, you would have to get that windshield out without breaking it, which is for you it'd be a feat. Some door. How many people do you think want four-door door glass? Oh, tail lights, some bumpers. Well, I've seen the bumpers. The bumpers aren't that great of shape. They're oxidized, and I think the back one's got some rust pitting on it. So maybe 100, $200 a piece. I would literally have to give you $500 to clear $1,000 on that car, or $2,000 on it. I try to double, if not triple, my money when I part something out. So if I give three, I want 1,000, 1,500 out of parts. But you can't have this love affinity for your car and see it for what the parts are worth. Well, Rich, you better start playing catch up, buddy, because on the main channel we just hit 2,000 and give me a sec. So start playing with the big dogs. We are at 2005 subscribers. Big shout out to you guys for getting me there. A lot of you guys got me there, and I really appreciate it. But I went on enough. Like, Rich, your car is not worth shit. It's worth whatever. Like Twisted said, and I saw it in a comment section somewhere. I don't know if it was on your video, one of the other guys' videos. He said it's only worth what somebody's willing to pay for you. If you got somebody's willing to give you $6,000 for that heat, I have fucking multiple cars around here. I will sell them for that price that are in better shape than your car. You should have took the $3,000 that you got offered for it in the past. You should have took Busted Radio's garage's offer on that in a Delta and sold it to him instead of dicking around and fucking him over, which is what you did. Because listen, I can't remember the exact details of Busted. Oh, I'm big time famous now, you guys. I'm fucking very level famous. But Busted and me, I forgot if we were talking in a I think it was Jeff's live chat. You know that he had a deal struck up with Rich on the Delta 88 and the 57 Chevy, and I can't remember. Rich backed out. Rich wanted more money for the 57. Something like that happened. Rich, buddy, men, and I can speak on this because I've had this happen to me recently. When I got in the wreck over the Corvette, I didn't drive the Corvette. After it happened, I couldn't even look at the car. It made me sad. Put on Facebook, I wanted what I paid for the car. I paid $2,500 for the car. That's what I got back out of it selling it. So I posted on Facebook, kid down the road who recently he's destroyed. He flipped the car, had a really bad accident in it. Um, but anyways, I hadn't drove it for like however long it was, a month, 2 months, whatever it was, and comes over. I opened the door for him, put him in the car. The minute I took the car on the road, I regretted it. I didn't want to sell it. It was a fun car. C4 Corvettes get a bad rap, but they are fun cars. They are fun cars. They're not very safe from side impacts and things like that. Keep that in mind. Their door bars are known to come loose and hit you and hurt you, which is the bar that runs in the door that is for crash structure. But you guys can Google that and find all the stuff you want on that. Anyways, we get back. He won the car, $2,500. It's his. I did not want to sell it, Rich. I could have backed out and said, "Look, I drove it. I want to keep the car now." No, I made a deal with him. I honored my fucking deal because that's what men do. You honor your fucking deals. Doesn't matter if you're getting fucked or not. You honor your deals. Not that I got fucked because I got to pay $2,500 for the car, drive the car for whatever it was, 9 months, and then got 10 grand out of the car from insurance for what the value of the car was worth, and then sold the car for 25. So I'm not complaining. I got to lease a fucking Corvette. Like, do I wish the accident wouldn't have happened and I would still have the car? Yes. I miss the car. I love the car. That car was my baby. Um, but that's what I mean, Rich. You, as a man, you honor your deals. It doesn't matter. You make a deal with somebody, even a word of mouth deal, and you shake their hand. You say, "Look, I will do this for you." You do it. Oh, exactly. But Rich don't have the talent to put that old drivetrain in there. He don't have that ability. Like I would. That's not Rich. Do that kind of install. I want to see you make motor mounts. Like realistically, guys, what should happen in that car? That car is no thrills. It's got an upgraded V8. That's it. That's the only upgrade on the car. If you look at a fucking what those cars would have came with, it's the 283 is your what you got. You got a 283. That's all the upgrade you got. And maybe I think automatic might have been an option. But look at it now. What who would want that? Like in that package, that car should have came to like if I would have got the car. That's what I would have done. Would have got the car. I would have said, look, I don't. This engine's low powered. It's junk. Unless you just want the cool, 283 coolness. I would have found a 350. Or what I would really like to put in it would have been a 454. I'm a big block guy. I like big blocks. It doesn't matter if it's a Ford, if it's a fucking whatever. I'm big block. I like big blocks. There's no replacement for displacement. I'm a firm believer in that. But he should have put a big block in it. 454, 396. Found him a 7R4, which shifts by a TV cable. He would add drivability, he would add reliability, and you could still find them transmissions that are good for $300, an engine that's good for maybe a grand, if a little bit more maybe, depending on what you want. And you could have bolted it in place, had a drive shaft made, and you could have been driving the car down the road. Like, or even if you wanted to rebuild that junk, it should not have took him almost a decade. He's been working on that car for almost a decade. He is 5 years shy of a decade. A decade's 10 years. He's been working on it for 5 years. Half, almost a, a half of a decade he's been working on the car. And it's not like he was me where I was a high school student. I didn't know what I was going to do with my DAR. Having money for parts. Rich works every day. You don't have really any bills, especially now. It's got a rent payment, light bill. That's it. Yeah, exactly. See, I wouldn't, and that's the thing. If that's number is match equipment, I would, like Frank said, keep that shit. I wouldn't have got rid of it. Power glides, everybody wants them. I don't know about the cast iron ones, but I mean, another thing I would have started looking for the minute I got the car, I would start looking for two-door doors. Because 57 Chevy is like 63 Valiant. They share the same doors, same roof line, 2 to 4 door. They share the exact same roof line. So that means if you do a two-door conversion on them cars, they'll look factory if you do it right. Like that's what that car. Even now, if you get it, that's what that car needs. That car is rougher than a fucking a night in jail, as Barry would say. But yeah, that's the end of it. I'm gonna get off here, but that's pretty much cut and dry. We will be back for a live with Dad. It's probably gonna be a long one, so and it's gonna be mind hurting because I got a headache just listening to Rich earlier. I will see you guys then. Check out some of our videos. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget on the 31st of this month, me and Dad will be going live with Jeff and Gunny on. I haven't decided yet if we're gonna do it on this channel or what. I need to talk to Jeff more about that. We'll get a time set up. So stay tuned for that. Just gonna probably won't be reviewing that. We'll probably just be talking, hanging out on Halloween. Ooh, spooky. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Much love, you guys. Bye bye. And Rich, how about you learn some basic fucking mechanic skills, you fucking idiot? You're never gonna fix the car. You're a fucking buffoon. Learn what the fuck you're talking about, or sell the car. It's that simple. This shit ain't rocket scientist. Rocket science. If I can fucking learn this shit, you can learn this shit. But you have to check that ego at the fucking door and listen to what people say. because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and I fucking boom, nail in the coffin, you're done. Don't be talking about this oil viscosity, oil compression bullshit ever again. Because Rob's Rods told you that he never told you that. I just proved it. So before you say go ask somebody if they said this to you, how about you check your shit, bitch? I'll see you guys in the next one. Much love. Bye bye.